Hello, my name is Ismaila, and now with my co-host
Kanan,
Jackson,
and Jesse.
And today's topic, we're talking about who will win the NBA championship. What do you think?
Well, I think that the West is going to be a very powerful conference, so I don't think there's any fairity in there to say who's going to win that conference, because it could literally be anyone besides the Jazz and basically the Jazz. Maybe the Rockets, but we'll see. But I do think that the Knicks are going to come out on top. I think the Celtics are a good team, but I think that they're not going to repeat. I think that the Mikal Bridges trade helped out the starting lineup so much that now we have Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and Dante DiVincenzo all on the same starting lineup. I think it's going to be incredibly hard for us not to at least make the conference finals. I do think that the West is going to be a hard factor to play against, though. With the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, even though they traded Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and let's not forget the Los Angeles Lakers still have a chance with LeBron, and hopefully LeBron can help Bronny make that father-son duo a threat for the next 2 years.
Those are great picks there. What about you, Kanan?
I agree with Jesse. The Knicks are going to go far, but you can't beat the Celtics. I think they got a good team. They got Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, all these players who have so much potential. They're so good with the ball, and they can just put points on the board.
Yeah. I have to take the Philadelphia 76ers because last year they became a 7th seed when Joel Embiid was injured, and then gave the Knicks a run for their money after Joel Embiid got injured again. They picked up Paul George, who's a great star, and that'll help them. That'll help them get some extra points, defense, and passing. Overall, I think Maxey, George, and Embiid is going to be a great trio.
And I have breaking news coming out of Adam Schefter. After striking a friendship during the Paris Olympics, recently disgruntled NBA stars Bam Adebayo, Devin Booker, and Tyrese Halliburton all decided to quit their current teams to purchase, form, and play for a new expansion franchise joining the league in 2025-2026 season. That's a big news. How do we feel about that, Jesse?
Well, first of all, I think that I do think that they were disgruntled, and I think that they would make a good trio in a friendship. But I'm surprised, and I'm worried that other amazing stars on their respective teams, and maybe stars not on their respective teams, like Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, or other teams, may go to this new expansion franchise. I do also want to know which cities they're going to go to, because we have not received word of this expansion franchise until this very moment. And what cities would they play in? What would their team names be? Where would they play? It's a very, very sudden, and honestly, I feel like a bad choice. Does the NBA know about this? Like, does the MLB, the NFL, because they're going to get, like, the 4 major sports are all going to get, like, affected by this, like, new, like, franchise and expansion franchise team in the league. Like, where are they playing? Is that going to affect another team's fan base? Because the NFL and the basketball play at the same time. Actually, all 3, MLB, NFL, hockey, and the NBA played at the same time at one point. I am worried that this fan base, that whatever teams go into the theaters, I'm worried that that fans are going to be driven from them, and or even worse, these new franchises could just not work at all because that's going to be during the playoff times.
This will be a very good team, but what's your opinion?
Well, I think I agree with Jesse. Just so many questions are coming. Where will they play? Who else will join their team? And I don't think it'll affect the fan base as much. I don't think people will start recognizing this team until maybe 1 or 2 or 3 years in. But I think this is a huge, just abrupt, so random. And I think there's just so many questions after this.
Yeah, I'm worried about their respective former teams. Obviously, the Heat won't have a center now, a starting center. The Pacers won't have a point guard, and the Suns might not be good, and they might have to go into rebuild mode after Kevin Durant retires. So Yeah, I believe they have an emergency draft, and every team gets to protect 8 players on their roster, and the new franchise can pick from any of those players not protected. But we'll see what happens.
All of you guys had great answers. I mean, what city are you going to? I mean, we know that a lot of cities want NBA teams. There's St. Louis, Seattle. They all need NBA teams. But Jesse wants one more thing.
I'm so sorry, guys. I know I talk a lot, but it's also happened to be the exact day that this news comes out. It's the exact day that the Utah Jazz signed a 7-year, $220 million extension with the Utah Jazz. I mean, this is just wild, especially since I bet their agent is mad too.
This is big news. But this is the end of the show. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm with my co-hosts, Kanan, Jackson, and Jesse. This is Inside the Championship. Goodbye.